Hello everyone, myself is Prakash Biradar, Assistant Professor in the Department of Pharmacology and Toxicology, KLE College of Pharmacy, Belagavi. So today we deal with cell injury and its etiological agent and a little bit of pathogenesis of the cell injury. That is there are two types of cell injury, reversible and irreversible cell injury. So cell is a very integral part of the human body. It is a basic component of the human body. So hemostasis of the cell is very important. So if there is any change in the cellular functions or the cells activity, then it will be due to the certain leading into the certain injurious agents or stress. So if there is any damage to the single cell, that can lead into the diseases. So that is what today we are discussing about. What is cell and what's its injury and what are its complications it will take place. So the content of the presentation is definition of the cell injury, etiological factors, and a little bit of the pathogenesis and the reference. Okay. So the main object of this topic is after completion of this presentation, the student will able to or the student will learn the definitions of the cell injury and understand the various etiological factors which are involved in the cell injuries and understand the type of the cell injuries and learn the differentiate between the two type of the cell injuries, that is the reversible and irreversible. What are the differences will be there on the various factors like the biochemical factors, structural levels, and microscopic and also gross characteristics of the cells. Okay, the starts with the definitions. The cell injury is defined as a variety of the stress. So that is what the stresses or the etiological agent which will causes and stress, variety of the stress to a cell which will encounter and resulting into a change in its internal and the external environment. So there may be changes in the morphological structures and also in the physiological or the functional level changes will be takes place. So Warko is one of the famous scientists in the pathology. In 1859, he discovered the cell theory of the diseases. So whatever the disease takes place, it will start with the single cells. So if there is damage to the single cell, then it will be leading into the complications of the abnormality of the single cell leading into the diseases. Okay. So he has postulated cell theory of the diseases. So the cellular response to the stress uh, maybe the variety of the stress which will be depending upon the type of the cells which is involved in the body. So in our body there are different type of the cells are there, permanent cells, liable cells, and other cells are also there. And there are various types of the cells, like the cardiac cell will not sustain an deprivation of the oxygens for more than few minutes, whereas the skeletal muscle can sustain it for deprivation of the oxygen for mainly of the certain 15 minutes or half an hour. So in this way, the cell which is exposed to the variety of the stress, so that cellular response. So depending upon the stress involved in which kind of the cells which will undergoing the stress and how much extent they will be sustain that stress. So to leading into the cell injury or cellular adaptations, means adaptations either they will change their morphological or functional and but they will be survived. So in this way, the extent of the cell, the type of the cell and the extent of the injury is very important in the etiology of the cell injuries. So there are two type of the cell injuries, that is the reversible and irreversible cell injury. Reversible means if you remove the stress for a after the certain period, so it will be revived, the cell will be come into its normal physiological actions, whereas irreversible there is no point of the return of the cell will takes place, that is the after removing of the stress also this cell will not sustain to the normal. So that is what they will be grouped into the two classes. So the cause of the cell injury mainly existing two type of causes, that is the genetic cause, mainly from their hereditary to the sibling and also the acquired cause. So acquired consists of the major cause of the cell injuries. So in the acquired, the hypoxia, ischemia. Hypoxia means the dissolved, whatever the oxygen content in the blood will be reduced. Whereas ischemia, there will be blood supply will be reduced to the particular tissue or a cell will take place. So because of that, they will not get the needed required oxygen level. And some of the physical agents are there, chemical agents, and even it will come under the drug also, microbial agents and immunological agents, nutritional dearrangements, psychological factors, and so forth. Others are also there, like even the heterogenic, that is the wrong prescription of the drugs. Now coming to the one by one, hypoxia and ischemia. Hypoxia is, as I said, so the required oxygen is very essential for the cells for its metabolic functions, that is to synthesize mainly of the ATPase in the mitochondria. So during oxidative phosphorylation, certain nutrients and also oxygen is very essential in the aerobic to produce an ATPase. So hypoxia may be the cause, that is the reduce in the oxygen level to the cell. So that will causes an hypoxic cell injury by the reduction in the oxygen supply to the cells. And because of that, that will result into the deprivation in the oxygen and it will leading into the cell injury also. Another one is that ischemia, that is the most common. It will takes place in the certain cells, like if there is any clog in the blood vessels due to the deposition of the cholesterol or any of the clot will be there, so that will interrupt the blood supply to the particular tissue or organ or particular cell will takes place, so that can also lead into the cell injuries. Now coming to the another, that is the physical factors. So some of the physical factors, they will also cause a cell injury, mainly the mechanical trauma, that is the road accidents or the shear stress which will be placed over the some part of the human body. So that will also cause a physical injury, or thermal trauma by heat or a cold. Severe cold is also causes an injury, and also the excess of the heat can also causes an the thermal injuries, and electrical shocks and other things that can also lead into the cell injuries. Radiations, rapid change in the atmospheric pressure also leading into the cell injury. So these will all will come under the physical agents. Now coming to the chemical and the drugs, which will also causes and the cell injuries. Say for example, if there is any chemical poisons in the uh, which will be ingested by the person, like the cyanide or arsenic or mercury, they can lead into the particular cell injuries, like the some of the vital organs like hepatic toxicity or uh, renal toxicity. So in these are the some of the injuries which will cause us due to the poisons due to the cyanides or arsenic or mercury, or even the strong acid and strong alkalis can also cause us cell injuries. Environmental pollutants, which are the some of the chemical pollutants in the industrial or in the due to the environmental pollutions due to the vehicle also, so that will also leading into the injuries to the especially in the lungs cells, and insecticides, pesticides, so these are also there, and even the high concentration of the oxygen that can also lead into the cell injuries. Hypertonic glucose or salt solutions, or certain drugs like the habitual drugs or drug abuse like the narcotic or even the alcohol, that can also lead into the cell injuries, or certain therapeutic administration of the drugs that can also cause us and cell injuries. So coming to the another factor, that is the microbial factor. Microbial agents who like the bacteria, rickettsia, viruses, fungi, protozoa, metazoa, and parasites. So these are also causing these cell injuries. So another, that is the immunological component, that is one of the protective for the body. So immunity is nothing but a double-edged sword it is. So if it is not balanced, then it will cause an injurious, or it will be itself only acting as an injurious agent to cause an lethal injury to the cell also. So one of the example like the hypersensitivity reactions, that is the four kind of the hypersensitivity reaction will takes place. Anaphylactic shock and also autoimmune diseases. So immune system itself only not recognize our own cell. So it will be treating as an foreign or foil like that component. So it will be acting over the our own cells. So in this way it will cause a cell injury. Nutritionals, that is the deficiency of the excess of the nutrients may result, or excess or deficiency may like the starvations, or a lack of the certain nutrients like protein, calories, which can lead into the marasmus and squashiverse, or even the minerals can also lead like the anemia, or even this some of the trace elements which can be causes and the injuries. Or if it is excess, then it will be leading into the obesity, atherosclerosis, heart diseases, and hypertension. And another factor is that aging factors. So the cell will becoming an senescence. So they will lead into the impairment of the cells to replicate or repair. So ultimately leading into the cell death or cell injuries. Another factor is that psychogenic, that is diseases. So there may be as no specific biochemical or morphological changes will be taking place. So mainly due to the mental stress. So that is the psychogenic. It is strain, anxiety, or overwork, or frustrations, depression, schizophrenia. All these can also be leading into the cell injuries. So heterogenic, that is the physicians which are wrongly prescribed drug to the patients, that can also be leading into the certain heterogenic cause of the cell death, or the cell injury will take place. Idiopathic, that is the unknown cause. So the cause of the cell injury is unknown. So that is said to be an idiopathic. 90% of the cases it will take place of idiopathic. All these injury can lead into the diseases also. So there are two type of the cell injuries will takes place: reversible and irreversible. Reversible, that is the point of return, whereas irreversible there is no point of the return will takes place. When the normal cell, which is an homeostasis, if there is any stress is involved either of the physical, chemical, or biological or any means, so cell will first adopt it. It will changes the cellular morphological structure and the biochemical, and then it will be adopted. Malfunctioning will take place of the cell, but it will be adopted. If that stress is continuous or persistence, then inability to adopt or the injurious agent is such a strong, so that it may directly cause to the cell injuries. So mild transient cell injury, it is called to be reversible, where it can be revived. Whereas the severe and progressive, then it will be of irreversible cell injury, which can leading into the cell death, that is necrosis type of the cell death and also apoptosis type of the cell death. So reversible, if there is distress is involved in like the any chemical or physical, so it will changes the cells. So first it will affect to the plasma membrane, bilayer of the plasma membrane, and if that is affected, then there will be swelling of the cell will takes place. Means whatever the extracellular component of the fluid will be there, it will be influx will takes place, and there will be swelling of the influx of the water will takes place, and ions also takes place, leading or retention of the sodium, it will be leading into the swelling of the cell will takes place. Due to the swellings, there will be organelle swelling will also takes place, swelling of the endocrines and mitochondria, or swelling of the all the components which are involved in the normal functionings, or myelin sheet also. So that is what the morphological changes it will takes place in the cell injuries. So that is reversible. So if that is mainly due to the ischemia, that clot can be removed and then it will be coming into the normalized. If that is persistent, the clog will be remaining and persistence, it will be causing an ischemia, then it will be leading into the irreversible. So there will be loss of the all the phospholipids will take place from the plasma membranes and cytoskeletal structures, and some enzymes will be activated, mainly of the some of the enzymes like the lipid peroxidase or lipid breakdown will take place, loss of the membranal and lipid peroxidation. All these can causing into the nuclear changes, cellular death will take place, and also release of the some of the enzymes like SGOT, SGPT, and other things. So those can be estimated. So these are the some of the biochemical changes which will be taking place in reversible and irreversible. Okay, so this is my reference.